Vegetable Police here. So you got puffy nipples. You nipple bitch. You can't walk down a crowded street without babies jumping out of their goddamn strollers hoping to get a drink from your man bosom. Well, it doesn't have to be this way, my friend. Let me show you how I reversed my puffy nipples with a few simple diet and lifestyle changes.
Instead of bursting out a cage like a raging animal, act your motherfucking age. I'm sick of it.
Last year, I was about as skinny as a man is legally allowed to be. I was 112 pounds because I was cleansing my body with a fruit-based diet. It strips the body of disease, but it also strips the body of your manhood. I figured I'd had enough of the cleansing for a while and I wanted to work out and gain some muscle. After 4 months, I was about 146 pounds and a lot stronger, but there was a side effect. My nipples were bigger than my dick. I didn't realize it until my girlfriend touched them one day and they actually hurt. They were sort of the touch, they were swollen, and I was pretty sure I was pregnant. But then something happened one day that changed my life. I got injured. I fell and separated the cartilage in one of my ribs and I couldn't work out for a month. Then I fell again and injured another rib. 4 consecutive rib injuries had me unable to work out for 4 months straight, and something magical happened. My nipples went back to normal. I was no longer feeding babies all over the world with my giant nipples. So let me show you my theory as to why this happened, and you let me know down below if you agree or disagree, and if you disagree, go fuck yourself. When I started working out, I deliberately started to eat more fat and protein to gain weight. I was on a high-carb vegan diet for years up to that point, and I figured why not indulge in some of the fake meats, the fatty processed vegan junk foods, breads, all that shit. I was overeating to gain weight, but a lot of that weight was fat, not muscle. Who the hell wants that? I was gaining fat all over my body, including my damn nipples. And in my opinion, it was the combination of excess body fat and estrogen that made my nipples so damn succulent. Let me explain. Without getting too scientific here, if you got puffy nipples, you have too much fat on your goddamn body, as well as too much estrogen. The enzyme aromatase turns excess testosterone into estrogen, and aromatase is found in body fat. So the combination of working out, which raises your testosterone, and eating more, which puts on excess body fat, will inevitably convert some of that testosterone into estrogen. This is why you see so many bodybuilders with puffy nipples. I just scienced you in the face. Now, a lot of people say puffy nipples are a sign that someone's using steroids. That can be a side effect for sure, but in my experience, I wasn't taking any steroids, and you don't have to be taking steroids to have this problem. It can happen in meat eaters, it can happen in vegans, and in my opinion, the cause is very simple. Your fat ass is turning too much testosterone into estrogen because you're fucking fat. And if you're not fat, you're skinny fat. And if you're not skinny fat, you're just fucking fat. Initially, I thought it was because I was eating more fat and protein, but I've seen plenty of high-carb, low-fat dieters with this same problem, which leads me to believe that it's just excess calories turning to fat, raising aromatase in the body, which can then convert testosterone to estrogen and give you baby-licking nipples that could satisfy an entire orphanage. So there's a couple of things you can do. Be less fat, that's the first one. The easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is through intermittent fasting and a vegan diet. Start researching vegan diets, look through some of my older videos on how to eat vegan. Stop your bulk right now and ask yourself, is being huge worth messing up your hormones and your life? Maybe you don't mind and you enjoy milking yourself, but for the rest of us who actually care about our health and not just how we look on the outside, just stop eating so much damn food. We need much less than we think. Dr. Amin-Ra eats less than 1,500 calories a day and is plenty huge. A lot of people say he's on steroids, but he competes in drug-tested competitions and he's all about health and longevity. I really don't get the impression from listening to him speak that he would do something so harmful to the body. He wants to live as long as possible. Why would he take steroids, which weaken your glands? And there's a couple people on YouTube following his protocol, building impressive amounts of muscle on less than 1,500 calories a day. So open your mind, you in the box bitch. I'm starting to experiment with it myself, so we'll see if I can build muscle without the traditional approach of overeating to gain mass. I hate that. I don't believe overeating is healthy. It's very stressful to the body, and weird things start to happen when you do it. So if this puffy nipple shit is really bothering you, back off the workouts for a bit to lower your testosterone, and eat less food for a while to lose some weight. I lost about 15 pounds during my 4 months of not working out, and by the end I'd hardly lost any strength. It took me like 2 weeks to be able to do as many push-ups as I could do before, so don't worry that you're gonna lose all your gains, you'll be fine. Eat less protein too. We don't need anywhere near the amount told to us. If you're eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, go fuck yourself. You might as well just donate your kidneys to a museum and get a bra. I saw a doctor about my nipples before my injury because I was getting worried, and he said that it takes a really long time for this to go away, and he wasn't even sure how to do it naturally. He said it was an estrogen problem and his patients take years for it to normalize naturally, if ever. Well, after getting injured, it took maybe 2 months tops before they completely flattened out, and now they're just normal. I got normal nipples. So don't let your doctor scare you. You can do this naturally, quickly. And don't be scared of phytoestrogens either. I actually started eating more phytoestrogen-rich foods like flax and beans because the phytoestrogens block estrogen receptor sites and actually end up lowering estrogen in the body. Don't quote me on that, but that's how it should work, and I believe it did. I reversed it, just eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, grains and beans, starchy vegetables, and just a bit of fatty foods like nuts and seeds and avocados, and stopping working out. I think that was a key. Now I'm on a higher fat vegan diet, and I'm curious to see if that will somehow mess up my hormones again. High fat and protein foods are known to boost hormone levels. Sometimes you want that, but a lot of times it's detrimental to the body, especially when it comes to certain cancers like breast cancer. Don't become the first man with breast cancer. Just go vegan, but do it responsibly. Don't base your diet off processed fatty vegan meat replacements, and don't overstuff your gut till you're about to explode. Eat sensibly, work out sensibly, and you should normalize pretty quickly. We're all different, so some may heal faster than others, but be patient, and normal nipples should be yours one day. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Post your nipple tips down below, or any tips that have personally helped you get your nipples back. And if you disagree with anything I've said here today, let me know, and I will do my best to delete your goddamn comment. I'm joking, just keep it civilized, you nipple witch. If you wouldn't say it to your grandmother, don't say it to me. So that's it. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. So most of you know I'm on a high-fat diet now, and I like it. I feel really good right now. It's 1 p.m. I've only had green juice today. I'm just steady going. I worked out today. I actually had some power. I was lifting. It's like it felt like I was strong without any carbs. So I'm curious. They always say fat causes insulin resistance, and it might be true, but definitely with animal fats. But do plant fats cause it? Whole plant fats. Nut seed, yogurts, avocados, olives, maybe oils, but what about whole fuck you. I can fuck up my words. So I'm gonna try it. I've been on a very high fat diet. I'm gonna have a fruit meal now. Look at this fruit meal. Bunch of nectarines, more nectarines than anybody's ever seen in their lives. Pound of organic strawberries. Those, oh my god, so good. Then a pint of blueberries. These are terrible. They are sour, no sweetness, no cuteness. So I'm gonna eat this meal. I'm gonna measure my blood sugar before, 1 hour after, 2 hours after. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna forget to do the 2 hour one. We're just gonna do it all. Let's see what happens. Okay, I must say